So, Mike, you made the decision that day or night that you are not going to be security guard ever and not waste your life anymore. Now you made the decision to be your boss. What are some next action steps you took?
So once I quit that security job, which I talked about in the last video, once I quit that job, then I just needed to get customers. So that was my focus, was getting customers. And I did really just everything that I could think of. I started making YouTube videos for my pest control company. I read books on other guys that had started businesses and then what they did as a strategy to get customers. The craziest strategy that I tried that didn't work at all, got no customers, was I read this book. He did landscaping or gutter cleaning, something like that. And he had a book about how to get customers. And one thing he said was you take flyers and you put them in a baggie and you put rocks in the baggie. So then he would drive around and throw them in people's driveway. So at the time I had no customers, so I said, all right, that's a good idea. So I got a bunch of flyers, put them in this little baggie, put rocks in the baggie. I would drive around. It was kind of like the middle of winter. So I would just drive and throw them in people's driveway. And I was like, oh, hopefully they find it. If the snow melts, maybe they'll find it. But I was willing to do anything that it took. I was willing to do whatever it took. So I would put flyers in mailboxes, which you're not really supposed to do. I would do that. I would throw flyers in the driveway. But the flyers never worked. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. The baggy flyer trick doesn't work. People don't want to see a flyer. They want to search it on their own and investigate and look for things on their own. So that's why I started focusing on YouTube, on Google. My main thing was getting Google reviews. So I'd always try to get reviews. Thumbtack, Angie's List, Google, Facebook, Yelp, all the free or the free search engines, all that, the Yelp, Google, Angie's List. But I did pay for Angie's List, but it's good to have just a free listing. So I did all that, just did whatever it took. My focus was just try to get customers, just do whatever it took to get customers, to get enough money to get by to the next week, the next month. So that was my first step, was okay, how do I get customers? And the other thing too is I got uniforms, because I knew if I had a uniform and I wore it all the time, people would comment. So I would go golfing, I would go to the grocery store, and I got customers because they would see my shirt and they would be like, my company's Bug Bully. So they see Bug Bully and they're like, oh, that's cool. Like, what is that? Like my color, my logo is bright green and yellow. So I'd have people say, hey, you're the Bug Bully? What does that mean? And they'd stop me, and I would go golfing sometimes, and people would say, wait, you do pest control? Oh, my friend has like this termite problem that he wants you to take care, or that I can give your number to him. So I just try to put myself out there in any way possible. That was the next step, and that's kind of what I focus on. Just do anything I can to get customers, and then as I started getting customers, upgraded to equipment, upgraded to different marketing strategies, and I just kept going from there. But I just wanted to have a base of customers that I didn't have to pay a lot for. I did all the free listings, Google, anything that was free, I focused on that. So that's what I did next. Yeah, I'm doing more on business. Just kind of like, just before I get to that, I had other YouTube channels, and what I've decided recently was I'm just gonna combine all my hobbies into one YouTube channel, or not my hobbies, but basically who I am into one channel. And I'll talk more about that in other videos, but I used to have a business channel, self-development channel, photography channel, all these different, I had a different podcast. Now I have a business podcast. So I'm just gonna combine everything. Mainly this channel is gonna be photography, business, the growth. I'm trying to grow a photography business, and I already have another business. So I'm gonna talk about the photography business, the other business, how I got started, how I'm able to travel, buy camera equipment, camera gear, and just kind of combine everything.